Okay, in this video, we will be creating a pivot table, something like this, and this is our data set. And so just to get started, let's just delete what we have and start fresh. So what we need to do to first create a pivot table is highlight all of our stuff. This is what we want to create a pivot table for. Then you go to Insert, then you select Pivot Table. So select a table or range. This is our stuff, so that's good. And where do you want your pivot table to be placed? If you say a new worksheet, it will do another sheet, but we want to place it somewhere here. So I can say existing sheet, and I wanted to place it right here, this point right here. So simply hit OK. Okay, so now we're close. So with pivot table, it's nice because you can select what you want. So for example, our average point 1, I can sum it. So if I was to sum all of these numbers from average point 1, it would be 100. And let's just verify this. So I can hit auto sum, all this, hit OK, and you get 100. So this is correct. So back to the pivot table. And so what is nice about a pivot table is it's easy to organize your data. So I can select row label. This is going numerically 1 through 10. It automatically places right here, but instead I want to call it a row label. Just slide and drag. So we have our row label and we have our sum of average point 1. Next you can do the same thing for 2. Select 2, it goes here, 3, 4, 5, it all goes here very nicely. And this is all the sum. But with pivot table, another nice thing is you can change it. Instead of summing, you can do other things. If I click on the point right here, the little arrow, I can say value field settings. Instead of saying sum, I could say what's the max. This is for max average point 1. Hit OK. Now it changes the title from average point 1 to max average point 1, and this column right here becomes 19, which is the max. You can do a lot of other fancy stuff. Let's just check what we got. Value field setting, you can do sum, you can do count, average, min, product, standard deviation, which is pretty useful, and some other stuff. That's all you need to do to create a pivot table in Excel.